And now to a showdown over Satan at Harvard, a club planning a satanic black mass on campus. Now, the controversial event setting up a battle between the Archdiocese of Boston and Harvard University. And joining us, Harvard Catholic Center Senior Chaplain Father Michael Drea and Harvard Catholic Student Association President Todd Jones. Father, first to you, tell me what is going on. What's the dispute?
Well, Greta, as you know, the Black Mass is a denigration of the Roman Catholic liturgy, using the Eucharist as a mockery, and also a mockery of the Blessed Virgin Mary in some aspects as well. And this has been around for hundreds of years, and to have this satanic ritual on a campus that would seek to denigrate the religious practice of a community, of course, has many of our students and alumni and parents and the overall Catholic community at Harvard very much alarmed by that.
Todd, what do you think? You're a student there.
Excuse me?
Todd, what do you think? Todd?
I don't know. Obviously, I think it's terrible. I've been really interested by the different responses that I've gotten from kind of which groups of people I talk to. In the Catholic community, for one, everybody's been very up in arms, very frustrated about it. But on the flip side, I talk to everybody on campus, and I mean, who's not Catholic, and their responses have all been either apathetic or most of them just ignorant. They just don't know what's happening, and I thought that's very interesting, particularly the fact that the university hasn't really officially said anything about it. But at the same time, I'm very encouraged by the Catholic response to it. We're starting up blogs. We've actually got a little bit of a petition. If anybody watching would like to sign "Stand with Harvard Catholics" at WordPress.com. Just a petition to the university, to President Faust, to stop this from happening.
You know, Father, the thing that's sort of the justification for it by this group is that there's a First Amendment right, freedom of speech. There's also freedom of religion in that same amendment. It actually comes before. And, you know, I don't understand why they want to insult the Catholic Church. Now, they say it's because they want to make a point on the First Amendment. Well, if they want to make a point on the First Amendment on free speech, they can take it one step further and burn the Koran. And I can tell you there's going to be a whole bigger, different response. But they know the Catholics, you know, the Catholics are just going to be deeply insulted and they're going to be respectful back. You know, that's what I don't understand is that, you know, why sort of the open season, you know, to do this to the Catholic religion, knowing this is so painful.
Well, Greta, I think you're right in many ways. This is definitely an act of hatred, an act of bigotry directed towards the Church and towards her faithful people. And, you know, we can dwell on that. We can dwell on the negative aspects, the aspects of hatred and bigotry, or we as a community can come together and be strengthened by our unity as a community and the prayer that we engage to help us move forward and to convict ourselves more to the belief that we have in the great gift that is the Eucharist and the great gift that is the Mass that Christ has given to us, so that we can be more effective in the world and try to combat this evil with a charitable response, with a prayerful response. And that's what we're seeking to do at Harvard, and that's what I'm pastorally encouraging my students and my fellow priests who work with me at Harvard to engage that prayerful response with a sense of calm, so that we can rise above the evil in the world.
Well, I guess that my sort of response would be is, you know, it's like, you know, is that people have a First Amendment right. If they want to make a statement, they could make a much bigger one, and they won't dare do that because of the consequences. So they pick on the group that's going to be politely and prayerful back, meaning the Catholic Church. But just because you have a right, a First Amendment right, doesn't mean you should do something. And you know I hope this group rethinks it. I hope they rethink this. But
oh, we all do.
You're
anyway.
Exactly right, Greta, and the reality is that hopefully we can lead by our example to help others as well who are affected by negativity, by hatred and bigotry, by our response, so that the community can come together in a stronger way and really be united for all people of goodwill to be able to live their faith well without being denigrated.
And that's also a message in terms of, of all the different sorts of, faiths and everything, is that it sure would be, if we would all be a little more tolerant and respectful of the First Amendment. But gentlemen, thank you. I'm going to take the last word on that.
Thank you, Greta.
Thank you.